Hey guys, it's Snipezy, welcome back to the channel, and today we are carrying on with Pokémon XD Gale of Darkness, and there's been quite a lot of stuff that's been happening. So we're going to talk about what I've been doing off screen, off camera, whatever you want to call it. So the first thing to cover is that I did catch the two missing shadow Pokémon that I was missing from Greevil, but before I actually went to the fight, I noticed that there was a battle CD in the little seat where Greevil was, where you first met him in the Citadark Isle. So make sure to grab that when you're on your way to go fight him and catch any shadow Pokemon that you might have been missing up to this point. And we'll be covering the rest of the Battle CD locations further on in the game, so it'll probably be after this video because I'm going to be focusing on a lot of post-game content that we can do and some of the stuff that I previously mentioned in the last video. So the first thing is that I managed to get Moltres and Articuno, is it? I think it's Articuno, yeah, I think I'm thinking of the right names. But I managed to catch them both. It was not too tricky. It took a couple tries, and I think the best way to get a hold of them is to, you know, put them to sleep or whatever. Use shadow Pokemon or one of them if you can, so that you can just like slowly chip away at their health so they don't accidentally get fainted. I'd say that's like the best solution to go for, and you know, try and paralyze them, put them to sleep, stuff like that. But yeah, it didn't take too long, and then I managed to catch them both. And we saw a little bit of a glimpse of what it's going to look like with Greevil's team, because we will be fighting him again at some point, but I'll get to that at another time. So that's pretty much all the shadow Pokemon thing like sorted, and as well in my spare time I've been purifying all the Pokemon, so that is all taken care of, and we have one last Pokemon to get, but I'm going to be saving that probably near the very end, or I might do it after we're done with certain stuff that I want to talk about. But yeah, the next thing that I want to talk about is the ORRE Colosseum, and in order to do one of the post-game content sections, you have to take down the first round of the ORRE Colosseum, and it's going to be against Lavrina. So if any of you guys want to look at guides and things like that, then definitely feel free to do so, because I definitely did, because this is just way too hard in my opinion. But I gotta say thanks to Howlo, who had a really good setup for Persian and Ninetales, so I was like, okay, I'll use that in my team. But honestly, it's a great help, so thank you to Howlo for that. And as well, I looked at Smogon, which is a really good website for, you know, people that want to basically be really good at Pokemon and, you know, have good strategy set up, and it breaks down everything for you. So the rounds, the people that you're fighting up against, what teams, what you know, what strategies work well for the ORRE Colosseum. So definitely make sure to check out Smogon when it comes to fighting the ORRE Colosseum, because it is tough. It is really tough, and even on my first fight I failed for when I tried to do this for the first time. It was technically the second fight, but on my first try, yeah, I just got completely messed up. And we're going to talk about the strategies that these traders use, because they are very sneaky. They have some really good strategies with their teams. It's brutal. A lot of these people, like pretty much all of them, they're going to do status elements, so they're going to either try and attract you, confuse you, paralyze you, put you to sleep, that kind of thing. It is crazy. But let's go over the first fight so I can break it down for you guys. And also something very important that works amazingly well, and Howlo, again, thank you for this, because it helped me out a lot. You'll want a Pokemon that knows the move Taunt, because when a Pokemon is inflicted with Taunt, it can't use moves that cause status effects. So that could be things like Confuse Ray, Will-O-Wisp, Thunder Wave, anything that isn't a physical move, that doesn't, you know, anything like that. So it means that the Pokemon has to attack And that can be really good, especially if you're up against Pokemon that are trying to, you know, put you to sleep and all that stuff. And that is exactly what the first person is going to do. His team is set up so that he can put all of your Pokemon to sleep. And it went quite smoothly, to be fair, when I went and did this on my second attempt. And yeah, I just like used Fake Out and Gardevoir and Aerial Ace and Parasect, and easy, you're done. And what's going to happen is the trainer, if they know or they think they can take you out in one foul swoop, or if they, you know, body bag a Pokemon by basically targeting one Pokemon and getting both Pokemon to fight that Pokemon to take it down, the trainer will do that. So the AI can be absolutely brutal sometimes, but they will follow the strategy very closely of causing status elements, and that goes with this guy as well, with putting your Pokemon to sleep. And this Slowbro, it knows Focus Punch, and that can be very sneaky because if you don't target it, it's gonna do a lot of damage. So something like Taunt or Body Slam should work against it. And yeah, I was quite worried about what was going on. And I knew this Gardevoir had Ice Punch from previously fighting it, so I was like, okay, I'm going to use Protect just to stall it. And that's the thing as well. When you're fighting these people, you want to think very carefully and strategically. Like, see there, I used Protect. Both of the Pokemon tried to go for my Salamence, so that gave me a bit of a chance to set things up. So, yeah, you just gotta be careful. Gotta be careful in these fights and plan your moves very strategically. And sometimes you just gotta play safe. Like, even though Salamence got taken out, I was just trying to stall the Gardevoir so that I could do other things, you know? Because, like, whilst I use Protect, I could use something like Taunt or anything like that. And also, something else that works well if you don't have access to Taunt is Safeguard. And Safeguard, you can buy that from the Realgam Colosseum, well, from the Realgam Tower. You can actually buy it from one of the merchants there at the shop that's on, like, the left side. And you can just use Safeguard and it'll just protect your entire team from things like being put to sleep. See there? Try to use Hypnosis. Oh, and this as well. Snorlax, Self-Destruct. Amazing strategy. And Smogan said it'll carry you really far if you want to do this. If you want to have the strategy of a Self-Destruct Slowbro, of a Snorlax. I got confused there for a second because Snorlax and Slowbro, they're very similar Pokemon in their names. But yeah, and then this Breloom was like easy to take out. But if you want to know like how I got access to these moves, it's basically a combination of using TMs, going to the Mount Battle challenge, getting enough points to go to the move relearner and giving the moves to the Pokemon, as well as, you know, doing the Colosseum fights for some of the moves, like the Realgam Colosseum, I think some of the moves that you can get from there. But yeah, I did previously go over those in the previous video of like, oh, you know, you can get these TMs and stuff. But the second fight, this is going to be a guy that uses Teeter Dance, as well as Pokemon that are immune to confusion. So the way Teeter Dance works is that it confuses every single Pokemon around it if it lands. So even though it's gonna target his allies, they'll be immune because they have the ability to not be affected by confusion. So, and this guy took me out the first time because some of these Pokemon are pretty tough, even though they're not mega strong. It's just that they're quite bulky, especially, oh my gosh, the Grumpig. The Grumpig, oh my gosh, drives me nuts. So what this guy does is he throws out one Pokemon that will use Teeter Dance, and he throws out another one that is immune to confusion. And yeah, I gave Giga Drain to Breloom, and Spore is a really good move, and I thought, oh yeah, put this Pokemon to sleep. I mean, it works. And what's great about Spore as well is that Spore, it has 100 accuracy, and its pre-evolution can actually learn a move. So I just went to the move relearner and then got it to learn Spore. And Spore, it's just such a good sleeping move, it's great. And the guy before us had the Breloom that knew Spore, so, you know. And it's a great move to have, so I was like, yeah, grab it. So, yeah. The thing I'd say that you want to do is to try and take out the Pokemon that uses Teeter Dance first, because they are going to cause you a lot of trouble. But the other Pokemon are not too bad. Like, you just gotta watch out for their moves, because they'll probably try and hit you constantly with like the Grumpig did. And that's what basically took me out in the first round, was that it was just constantly hitting my Pokemon whilst I was trying to take out the Teeter Dance Pokemon. So the way to take care of them as well is that you can just use Taunt on them or Safeguard and you won't be affected by the confusion. And then after that you can just, you know, focus on taking out the Pokemon. But yeah, because of how much of a hard time the Grumpig gave me, I was like, yeah, target it! Go for it! Try and take it. I wanted to try and take it out as quick as possible, and as well, you know, since I put the Slowking to sleep, it's not going to try and confuse us, so that can also work as well if you put it to sleep. But, you know, you'll want a Pokemon that has a high accuracy status move that causes sleep, like Spore, so, you know, that's something that works really well. And was one of the reasons why I wanted to bring Breloom. And luckily it was fast enough as well, but, you know, it's Slowking. It's not going to outspeed us. And then Spinder is another Pokemon that knows Teeter Dance, and I think as well it also has own tempo, so it's a deadly combo. And like I said, if you want to breeze through a lot of the battles, the strategy of self-destruct with Snorlax is amazing, and you can actually get the move self-destruct from the move tutor that is in Agate Village. It's the woman that's inside the cave on the left side, and further on in the game she'll let you, you know, give a Pokemon certain moves but only once. And one of them is self-destruct, so I definitely recommend it. I also decided to give the Snorlax Earthquake, because I thought, you know what, it could be good, it could be handy. Because I was going to give it on Salamence, but for the strategies I had, I was like, I don't know. So I was like, I'll just give it to Snorlax. And its animation is actually pretty funny when it uses it. And I think I did use Earthquake at one point. But yeah, this Cacturn knows Teeter Dance as well, so just watch out for that. And I thought, you know what, give it a taste of its own medicine. Confuse it. Because Cacturn has Sand Veil for its abilities, so it can be confused. It's actually kind of interesting that he didn't have a berry setup with like, oh, you know, some of his Pokemon can't be confused or whatever. It's very interesting. But hey ho, you can always look at what they carry in, you know, the items they hold, because that again, that's another thing that's really sneaky about these people, is that they have hold items, and they can really screw you up sometimes. But that's the second fight done, and now it's the third fight, which is very similar to what we've done before, but this next person, what they're going to do is do strategies where they're going to try and do as many status elements as possible, so they'll try and confuse you, paralyze you. I think it's mostly paralysis. But the reason why they want to do that is so that they can do things like stomp and try and flinch you, because the Stantler can be quite nasty. So he started out with the Raichu and the Togetic, so I think I used Earthquake for this, because I thought, you know, try and take out the Raichu. Because, you know, I did give some of my Pokemon Protect and moves like that, but okay, I did start out different. Fake Out, of course. Yeah, that was the reason why I didn't start out with the Earthquake, but I thought, you know, just go for Fake Out. And as well, Persian is immune to paralysis, so I thought, oh, if I just do Fake Out, it won't get paralyzed from its static ability on Raichu. So yeah, sometimes having Pokemon with handy abilities can be great. I think this is when I did Earthquake, so I could take out the Raichu, just so I could guarantee it, because I did not want the Raichu to outspeed me. Because oh wow, that Volt Tackle. Yeah, I did not want it to give me trouble. So yeah, like I said, they're gonna try and use moves that cause paralysis. It's mostly moves that have secondary effects that it's going to use. So you know, like Body Slam, Stomp, moves like that will cause an additional effect. And Togetic, I think his Togetic does know Serene Grace, so it's gonna have a higher chance of landing the status elements. And then Stantler can be quite nasty because of the Intimidate. And I made sure to try and like taunt it straight away, because I was like, no, I'm not putting up with it. And I thought, okay, just put Snorlax on standby. Because of that, the fact it also knows Thunder Wave is scary, and I know it also knows Confuse Ray and Stomp, so yeah, it can be quite scary. And then I think this is when I did self-destruct, because I was like, do you know what? I want to get rid of these Pokemon. And again, like I said, it's a good strategy to use with self-destruct, as long as they don't interrupt your moves. And I did it at the perfect time, because both of the Pokemon targeted Persian. And then I could just use Snorlax to self-destruct. And I think I gave Snorlax the Quick Claw that I had, so it would have the chance of going first. I could be wrong though, I may have given it to a different Pokemon, but yeah, that's just going off like memory. Because it has been quite a bit of time since I did this fight, because I've just been preparing for it so much. And then I had Sage as well, Sage 2024, so if you want to see fan games and Sonic fan games and stuff like that, indie games as well, then you can check out the main channel. But yeah, that's why this video is probably going to be a bit late. It's probably going to be a couple days after the finale, so just because I've been working on this for so much, it's just taking so much time. Because not only did I have to level up the Pokemon, I had to get the coupons to get the move relearner stuff, because there's like so many moves that I needed to relearn certain Pokemon. It's crazy. Like Starmie knows Hydro Pump with the move relearner. It's just crazy. Crazy. And then again, another Grumpig. But yeah, they're gonna try and flinch you, is basically the strategy for the most part. But yeah, they will try and do secondary effects first, so you know, paralysis and body slam, moves like that. And then it will try and use things like Stomp, Extra Sentry, Bite, you know, moves that basically flinch. And I thought because Grumpig is a bit bulky, I would just burn it, but I think it might have had a berry for it. Yeah, it did. Lumberry. I was right. I remember that happening. But Starmie is pretty great. I mean, it did near half damage, and Grumpig is such a bulky Pokemon. It has a lot of special defense. It's crazy. So Starmie did a very decent amount of damage, nearly half its health with the Hydro Pump. And I was thinking use Imprison because it knows Confuse Ray. And again, that's the move that you can get from the move relearner for Ninetales. And also, if you guys want to use the same strategy then that I use, then feel free to do so. And I highly... See there? It tries to use Confuse Ray. I highly recommend that you guys do the Snorlax self-destruct strategy. And it's probably the one, the most reliable strategy, and I can't believe that didn't take out the Grumpig as well. But this is it, final move, and it's done. And that's the third fight. And now it's moving on to the fourth and final battle, which is against Lavrina. So, let's go ahead and fast forward a bit so we can get to that fight. And Lavrina, her strategies are going to be very similar to what she's done before, as well as what the admin does, the Cypher admin does from Pokemon Colosseum, which is attract. So if you remember the fight that we did in the Under, it's very similar. So she's going to try and do things like attract and loads of status moves. And she started out with a Milotic and a Shuckle, which is like one of her most deadly Pokemon in her team. Because they know moves like attract, toxic, wrap, and the way that you're gonna get through this fight is by using taunt. You definitely want to make sure that you have taunt on the team with one of the Pokemon that you bring in, or at least safeguard as well. I didn't have safeguard on one of my Pokemon, but I just relied on taunt and Pokemon that would hopefully take out certain Pokemon with, you know, just like powerful Pokemon like Starmie and Salamence, because they have really good stats as well as being, you know, fast, and speed will take you a long way with you know, outspeeding certain Pokemon. So the Milotic, what's interesting, and I found this out from Howlo's video, is that they only have one physical move. So that is why using taunt is really good for the fights, and same for safeguard. Actually, safeguard works pretty well. So I went for taunt on the Milotic, so the only move it can now use is wrap, and Shuckle also knows the move wrap, so it'll stop it from doing moves like toxic and attract. So unfortunately the Pokemon was going to use wrap anyways, but it's fine, it now stops it from doing anything else. And funny enough, Shuckle did wrap as well. And wrap is very weak, but it will do damage over time. And luckily it didn't get hit by wrap twice, because I think it was only once, because you can't inflict, you know, wrap twice. It'd be a bit weird if you did. Like two stacks of wrap, it'd be a bit strange. But yeah, I brought out Starmie because I knew Shuckle was weak to water, so it would hopefully try and take out the Shuckle, because I did not want it to use toxic, because right there I stopped it from using toxic. So yeah, and then I got the Persian to target the Milotic, try and paralyze it and just chip away at its health, because yeah, like normal's not going to be great on Shuckle because it resists normal moves. So I was just hoping Starmie would fight through the confusion, and it did. It came through, took out the Shuckle with the Hydro Pump, so amazing. And getting the paralyze on Milotic was so handy. And Blissey. So Blissey can be quite scary, because even if you do taunt it, it has the move counter. So if you use physical moves on it and it survives the attack, it's going to hit hard. And berries, they're very good, because I did put a Lumberry on Persian, and again I found this out from Harlow. So basically, to get the berries, I went back and forth to the berry guy, and I think you can even buy certain berries from the Mount Battle, so you can definitely grab those if you want to use them for any certain strategies. But you can also get the berries as like a random chance from the berry guy at Agati Village. But yes, so I was being very careful about this Blissey, because I knew that if I did something like, you know, Body Slam, it would take out my Persian. And Blissey has very high special defense but very low defense. So if it survives a physical hit, it's gonna be like, yeah, you gone. And the Milotic, the taunt ended for it quite quick, so I had to reapply it. But yeah, I was quite surprised that she didn't use moves like Attract, because she could have done so, but she went for moves like Confuse Ray. Because I think Attract is more likely to interrupt a Pokemon compared to Confusion. And Blissey tried to use Sing for some reason, even though Sing has awful accuracy. Very interesting. But yeah, the wrap is not too bad. It's just if it stacks up with things like toxic, it's gonna cause you some trouble, because that is when your health is gonna start to drop very quick. So that's why you definitely want to use Taunt as quickly as you can, or Safeguard as quickly as you can, or as often as you can, just so you're not getting afflicted by those moves. So I was thinking I could just take out the Milotic first since it's paralyzed, and just ignore the Blissey, because the Blissey couldn't really do anything, since it only knew counter as like a move that is considered an attack, because it has like Sing and Attract and moves like that really. So I just ignored the Blissey as it tried to use counter and it failed, so I pinned her to a corner here where only her Milotic could use a move. And then I think after this I was like, Persian should be able to take out Milotic, so if I switch out Starmie now and throw in Snorlax, I could use Self-Destruct and hopefully win. And I think it actually worked after this. And Self-Destruct is like a very powerful move, so I had a good feeling it would take out Blissey with the Self-Destruct. And thank goodness that thing moved with the low accuracy. So I think this took them out. And Magnesium has very similar moves. Like Leech Seed, Attracts, Body Slam, moves like that I think. But I think this is what takes her out now. And I got a critical hit on Meganium, which was insane. And then Blissey got took out by the Self-Destruct. And that's it. That is the final battle of ORRE Colosseum Den for the first round. I managed to take out Lavrina. And yeah, I was so happy the strategy worked that I followed with Smogan and as well as Harlow's video on YouTube. So again, thank you for that, because that was a big help. But yeah, you get some Pokemon coupons for doing that as well, so you can like buy some more moves that could be really handy for you in battle. And also after that, you can speak to Aegon and he'll tell you something, but you also get an email as well, which is from Bellu, so from Aegon's wife telling you about some certain things. And that's what we're going to be doing in a moment, is this post-game content, because it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I totally forgot about this because I've never done it myself, purely because I have not tried to do the ORRE Colosseum stuff. I just have not had great luck with it, so that's why, you know, this is going to be a first for me, but I've seen other people do this. So yeah. And then congratulations, my hats off to you for a successful battle in recognition of your brave achievement. You get like titles as well. I remember seeing this before. So, fan club member #1 for Lavrina. And then you get like a message from her being like, oh thanks. I was so impressed by your toughness because you were so tough. I'll let you be the first member in the fan club. Doesn't that make you so... yeah. I don't know. You can read it for yourselves. And you get a TM for it as well. But yeah, that's pretty much the fight done. So, I'm going to talk to you guys about the post-game content next. Okay, so let's go and talk to Bellu, since she asked to go and speak with us in the email. So just over here. And also the berries, I just got the berries up here for the Pokemon that I had for the fights. Just went there back and forth, and it's not necessarily like you can go in and out, it's kind of timed as well, so it takes a bit of time. You have to like walk around a little bit for it to trigger and be like, oh, I got a new berry for you. But yeah. Oh Michael, you've come, thank you so much. Well, let's not waste any time, like I mentioned in my email. Oh, you don't know what I'm talking about? Oh dear, how annoying. My email to you was too short, it was cut off. Well, let me explain. Lately, a strange affliction seems to have taken root among the Pokemon in Agate Village. If you could, Michael, would you be so kind as to examine the Pokemon of Agate Village? Oh, how delightful. Just a little while ago, Senelor's son came calling for advice. But since my husband is away, I can't be of much help by myself. That's why I'm glad you've come. There are 5 Pokemon in Agate Village in total. Please examine them all. I hope I can count on your success. So yeah, we gotta talk to the Pokemon that are with their partners. So with their trainers. Ah, yeah, very strange. Oh. Not talking. Yeah, normally he'd have berries for us. So, oh, and there's also a Pokemon down here. Oh, other side. The other side. And then there's Combuskin in one of the houses. Oh. Yeah, they're not making any sound. They ain't doing anything. And then there's Pucciana? Yeah. I forgot about that one for a moment. Oh. Yeah, no sound. They're just like, kind of like... brain dead, I guess. Brain, like they're, yeah. Brainwashed, I don't know. Well, perfect. Oh. This fellow here would always lend an ear to son-in-law when no one else would listen, but now it won't say a word. It makes me feel so lonely. What's wrong? The frustrated look on its face, it seems as confused as I am over why it can't seem to say anything. Ever since that Wobbuffet became that way, my old dad's been depressed too. Maybe it is that thing. You see, I fitted that Wobbuffet with a machine called a Pokemon Translator. An old man in the Pokemon Center gave it to me, but while it went on easily enough, the device won't come off. It's got me concerned. Pokemon Translator, eh? Well, I ain't translating anything at the minute. Well, the Pokemon's not even making any sound. Oh. So 5 Pokemon. Old man. We go back here? Okay. Oh, Pokemon Center, right? An old man at the Pokemon Center. Is it you? What's that you say? The Pokemon Translator? Yes, it is I who gave them to the good people of Agate Village. That's what what's that you say? The Pokemon wearing my machine have been faring poorly. This old man loves new inventions, even though they're usually useless. Oh child, there's no need to remind me of that, but this isn't good. Pokemon shouldn't be affected this way. I was given those by Dr. Kaminko, I think it was. He comes by with peculiar inventions every so often. But I have no idea where he lives or anything of that nature. What to do? Ah, so we got to go to Kaminko's house again. Let's go do it. But yeah, like I said before, I've never done this myself, so I had to look up on information of what to do. So I have like a rough idea of where to go and stuff. But I've never actually like done this myself playing the game. I've only seen other people like play this section of the post game, like Choco Conroy and stuff like that. So yeah, but it's fun. It's fun to do it for myself. And now we're gonna get interrupted by intruder. We have a robber intruder. No, good. Oh, and I think there might also be a battle CD down here. So I'm gonna go grab that. Because, I don't think it was there before. It should be on the ground by here. Yeah, there it is. Alright, so battle CD 23, that's how to get it. And like I said before, we'll be going over all of the other battle CDs that I missed. Some of them are quite easy to find as well. But there are some where you have to backtrack quite a lot, so that's why I'll be going over them in the next one, in the next video. And there's a few lists online that say, oh, like go here to go get the battle CD, but I'll be showing them to you like in person in the next video for like the ones we're missing. The Pokemon Translator? How odd, child. It surprises me that you would know something so old. There are only 13 in the world. That was the greatest achievement in my early years. Or it should have been. Explained what happened? What's that you say? But why would that machine... Anyways, this could be rather problematic. It won't come off unless a voice case is used. Ah, it can't be helped. That voice case holds a Pokemon's cry of what Pokemon? I don't know. What you must do is play that cry at the Pokemon that cries in the same way. That should distinguish the translator. If you wish to hear their cry, tell me. I shall play it for you anytime. I will find others for you. Come back after a time, that will do. Right, so that's combustion. Let's go do it. So do we just like go back and forth then? Since we've only got one voice case thing? Anyway, let's go do it. Hello. Michael made the combustion listen to the voice case. How that worked. Oh, fantastic. Thank you, dear. Alright. Maybe it's just like an introduction to be like, you know, this is how it works. Because we've done that one. Maybe he'll give us the rest now? Like to go fix the cries of the other Pokemon that we have. That aren't saying anything. And he said he made 13 of them. Ah, so the Pokemon was cured. That is good to hear. Incidentally, I found another voice case. Take it with you. That's Poochyena. Let's go. Back to Agate Village. I kind of wish they did the thing where you could get all the voice cases, and then, you know, like if you had dialogue options like, oh, which voice case do you want to try on this Pokemon? But maybe they did it so it wouldn't be too complicated for kids, I guess, but it would have been a bit quicker if they did that, really, to save having to go back and forth. You know what I mean? Alright, there you go, Poochyena. Oh, that was the first cry in some time. Have you found something for me, sweetie? Alright, so 3 Pokemon left now. I mean, maybe he'll give us all the rest of them, I don't know. Because I don't know, it seems a bit monotonous to be like one at a time. Because we have to go to Gato Village, use the cry machine on it, and then come back over here, ask for enough one, go back to Gato Village, get the cry, go back, you know, it's a little bit monotonous, so I don't know. I don't know. Okay. What's this one? Ah, that's Talio. I'd say probably the hardest one out of all the cries because it's such a short one would be Lotad. But it is quite distinct actually. It's just like a eh. It's kind of thing like a okay. I don't know. And then Wobbuffet, iconic. But yeah, I'd say Poochyena and Lotad are like the hardest cries out of all these 5 Pokemon. There you go. Oh, it cried, I'm sure of it. Oh, good, good. Go get berries like you always do. It's overflowing with power. Oh, an orange berry. Nice. Not bad. The citrus berry is better, but yeah. But yeah, definitely make sure to go back to that guy to get berries. Because there are some really good ones that he can give you. Sometimes it can be duplicates though, you just gotta like keep on going back. Because some of the berries will be great for the ORRE Colosseum, like the Lumberry for like confusion and stuff like that. Alright, there we go. We'll just pretend like that never happened. I mean, to be honest, probably what I'll do is I'll just like slap it on tight. Because I had my the border I normally use for like live streams and stuff, and I was like, oh, I could probably get away with slapping it on top. But it's fine. It's fine. Ah, so the Pokemon was cured. That is good to hear. Incidentally, I found another though. Yeah. What's this one? Yep, Wobbuffet. Wobbuffet. That's how it sounds in like the anime and the Smash Bros as well. Wobbuffet. Yeah. But nothing happened. Hey, Wobbuffet. Nope, no response at all. All the other Pokemon have regained their cries, but not our Wobbuffet. As a result, even my old dad has clammed up and gone silent. Now that is creepy. What? Ah. Oh, I think I remember how this goes now. Like we have to answer a question or something like that. Alright. The voice case failed to work. Ah, it must be it must be defective. It must be trashed. Trashed, I say. Trashed, I say. Oh. Meg, OMBS. I got your number from my brother Nat. I'm sorry to bother you like this, but my Shroomish has suddenly lost its voice. Michael, do you know anything about this condition? I don't know what to do. Please list it as if you have the time. Oh. Is something the matter? What? The same problem showed up in Pirate. What kind of Pokemon is affected this time? Shroomish, you say? It just so happens that I have the voice case containing Shroomish's cry right here. I listened to it a little while ago, so that is without question. Now, quickly, off you go to save that Pokemon. It's funny that it's like, yeah, screw Lotad. We're not curing Lotad in Agatu Village. For that moment, trash, trash, I say. I can visualize it as well, just him like throwing it or something. Trash, I say. He's a funny character. Alright, let's go see what Shroomish is like. Oh Michael, you came for us, thank you. Please have a look at Shroomish. It's had no energy at all lately. What could be wrong with it? Michael made it. There you go. Oh, the Shroomish cried. I'm so glad. Thank you, Michael. This phenomenon has been seen among Pokemon in places like Gatian Port and Phoenix too. I wonder what is going on. I hope all the afflicted Pokemon get well soon. Yeah. Then back to Kaminko. Yeah, I think that's because there's like a few Pokemon that hang about. Like in the oh, what am I trying to say? Like the roaming areas, I guess you could say, you know. The places you can walk around, the Pokemon that just hang about. Because there's obviously some that we know in Phoenix City and Gatian Port, so yeah. Now what? The Pokemon Translator may have been used in Gatian Port and Phoenix, but why now? Of all things, I'm positive that I'd lock the units away in the basement. It must have been Chobin, the ninny. Of all things to do. Chobin, come here. Chobin! Never mind. Child, you're involved now. You go detach the Pokemon Translator units. What's that? You have no more cry voices. I have none either. Very well, take this instead. A cry analyzer. The Pokemon Translators are individually protected with the secret passwords. I've forgotten what they were, however. Take this cry analyzer and say something to the affected Pokemon. A quiz will appear. The answer is the secret password. As such, if the quiz is answered correctly, the translator will detach. Now, listen. You must go and detach all the Pokemon Translators that are scattered throughout the ORRE region. And they said there's 13 in total. So we've done 5, technically, if you include the Wobbuffet, but that might be like the last one, if I had to guess. Let's go to Phoenix City first, because I have an idea. I want to do these ones first. So, there's a Pokemon here. The Azumarill. Right, Cryoanalyzer started up. Alright, keyword. Which of the following Pokemon was this Pokemon? Meryl. Oh yeah, you guys can't see it because the answer's on the top left. real. It was Meryl or Azurill or something like that. Oh, thank you. Right. Where's your cast form, buddy? Ah, here we go. How kind. It's a weather Pokemon. Oh, my cast form cried. Are you feeling better? Are you feeling better, good buddy? Awesome. Cast form will run with me again. And off he goes. Awesome. Also, at some point, I'll probably do the Justy fight thing because I haven't really done it. The cries of 2 Pokemon will now be played. Which cry is the one made by this Pokemon, number 1? Because the second one was Zigzagoon, it's pre-evolution. You just cried, I'm so glad. And then there's one over here. Yeah, there's a lot in Feedback City. Alright. It is a Seedot. Oh, my Seedot, you recognise me. Oh, you have me worried, friend. Alright. There's none here, is there? I'm trying to think if there's, what about the Pokemon that's, down here? Would it count? Or not? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it would count or not. But we can give it a try. If there is a Pokemon, I can't really remember. I could be thinking of Colosseum. Yeah. Okay, so 5 so far. We've done 4 here because it was Cast Form, Azumarill, Seedot, and Lanoon, so that's 9. Yeah, maybe there is like 4 in Gation Port. Let's go do the Agate Village one. I might be able to do Wobbuffet. But I don't know if that's until the end or whatever, because it was like, that's when things went wrong. Alright, we're here to cure your Pokemon. Oh, finally it cried. I guess that Pokemon translator or wherever it was has come off. Are you just always naturally vacant? Oh, come to think of it, I don't remember ever putting any odd machine on it. That vacantness seems to be catching... I'm beginning to feel vacant too. Oh, that's pretty funny. The Pokemon is just like... Nah, mate. I'm not talking to you. Get lost. Oh, man. Let's go check on Wobbuffet. See if this works. Ah. Still no good. What will become of Wobbuffet? And the old man. Poor dude. Alright, so I had a quick look and we got all the ones that were in Phoenix City, so we just need to go to Gatium Port, and we might actually see something as well if I go into Gatium Port. So the Mirror B radar is going off. Oh, Mirror B may have appeared. And there's actually a fight that you can do here if you go to somewhere in particular. But we won't be doing that just yet. We want to take care of these Pokemon. So there's two in here. Alright, let's see. I think it's Krabili. It even says, doesn't it? Yeah. But that's because I've spoken to it before, so if you haven't spoken to the Pokemon, you're probably going to be like, what is this Pokemon's nickname? But we've interacted with these Pokemon before, so we know the nicknames, luckily. And as well, it's quite hard to tell which one is which, to be fair, like which one's male, which one's female, because I don't think there's actually any difference. So, anyways. So we want to go to the sailor's house next. I don't think it's this one, is it? Might be, actually. Oh, it is, yeah. Evolves into a Gloom. Which item is needed to make it evolve into a Colosseum? I believe it's a Sunstone. And I think a Leaf Stone is Vileplume, or it might be Level? Oh, Oddish, I'll promise I'll become a man of the land for you. And then there's one more to get, and it's actually where we want to go as well for the fight. And it's pretty cool. So, I think it's over here? Or is it the other house? I can't remember which house it is, if it's like this one or the other one. I've done the rotation totally wrong as well, but it's fine. Could be the other house, but we'll see. Yeah, other house. Because the other dude has a Magnemite. Now back to that. And then over here. Magnemite. Okay. What does this Pokemon become when it evolves? Magneton. Oh, what a racket. But yes, an old man living alone needs that kind of noisiness. Oh. Alright. And as well, I need to quickly check my Pokemon. Because, we got a fight coming up. And I think... I think we should be okay. So let's take the elevator. And this is pretty cool. And then he's got all of his Ludicolo here. Ludicolo. Not you again. The way you gyrate is the greatest. Oh my gosh. Alright. And I'm gonna get this ready in a moment. Just like that. Oh, actually, I got an idea. Here we go. Right, yes, okay. Yeah, we should be good. I want you. Huh? Stop the music. Let me wind down the music and take a look. Oh, you are that super annoying brat. It's all your fault that my shadow Pokemon is the last of the kind. But you did worse. You messed up my dance for celebrating the future of Team Mirror. Today of all days, you're not going to get away. No, you'll never get away. Let the music play. So he's got the final shadow Pokemon, Wanderer Mirror, the big bad boss of them all. So we should be fine for this fight because we're like higher level than them, but not by a crazy amount. So we'll see how this goes. Alright, so these Ludicolos. Okay, so these are both males. So it could be one of three for these. So the information could be wrong about some of them, but this is in the order that the game says on Bulbapedia. But the first Ludicolo, they're both males as well, and they're both 57, so we can't really distinct which one's which. But anyways, the first one knows Rain Dance, Hydro Pump, Giga Drain, and Fake Out. And then the other one knows Rain Dance, Hydro Pump, Giga Drain, and Counter. So I'm gonna take a guess that it's the one that is on top is the one with Fake Out, and the one below has Counter. Yeah, I was right. Oh no. Ah, gosh darn it. And they both know Swift Swim. But we should be okay. I think. Let's go for Dragon Dance. Yeah, not too much damage, but they're probably both going to use Giga Drain now, I think. Oh. Interesting choice. Okay, yeah. Okay. I got an idea. Let's do the same again. But protect this time. And Starmie. Alright, so that was actually really good. Perfect time. So, Do I have my moves? Or did I use them now? I think I might have used them. But it's fine, we've got plenty of revives if we need them. Alright, we are faster than now. Awesome. So I can stop that one from healing it. Awesome. Alright, next is another Ludicolo, but it's a female one. So the female Ludicolo, it knows the moves. Recognize it? Oh, there's two females. So one of the females also knows Swiss Swim, and it has the moves Rain Dance, Waterfall, Giga Drain, and Brick Break. So it could actually be that one. And then there's another one that also knows Rain Dance, also with Swiss Swim, and then it knows the ability of the moves Rain Dance, Thunder Punch, Ice Punch, and Fire Punch. So yeah. I'm gonna get Starmie to heal Salamence, and then Salamence, I'm gonna hit that one. In case it is the one with the punches. Seems like the best thing to do. Nice. That'll help a little bit. Wrench. No. Nah, we don't need it. Ludicolo. If it is an order, or you know, he could have used the one that knows the punches first, because I think the AI will sometimes just choose Pokemon that work best, so I don't know. Let's just hit that one. Alright, so next Pokemon is Ludicolo, and it's a male one. So if it is in the order that Bulbapedia says, because again I don't know if Mirabee changes his party for this battle or whatever, but the other one knows Rain Dance, Hydro Pump, Giga Drain, and Seismic Toss. So there's like slight variations with them. And I'm very glad I managed to get the Dragon Dance in, because he is sweeping right now. Sweeping with the aerial ace. And then final Pokemon is his shadow Pokemon, Dragonite. And of course, a shadow Pokemon. And Dragonite is a Dragon Flying type, and it's level 55. It has Inner Focus for its ability, so it can't be flinched, so keep that in mind. And it knows some moves: Shadow Down, Shadow Rush, Shadow Shed, and Shadow Storm. And then I'll go over the moves that I didn't notice when it's purified in a moment. I'm gonna try Hydro Pump. Breloom? We can put it to sleep. Ooh. Oh, nice. Okay. Good, this is good. But yeah, Dragonite is very strong. It is, I think it's considered a pseudo-legendary Pokemon. Because it has like a base stat of 600, if I'm not mistaken. So it is a little bit unfortunate that you get a really good Pokemon at the very end. Well, actually it's kind of a good thing. It's better than like a Togetic like in Colosseum, because that was like the very last Shadow Pokemon, so yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna show you, if I can find, what moves it'll learn once purified. And I should have some Pokeballs on me, since I did buy some for that final fight that we had with what's his name? Greevil. Let's go for an Ultra Ball. And I'll use Giga Drain. It shouldn't take it out even if it's a critical. So, yeah. And then Dragonite will know the moves when it's purified. Hyper Beam, Heal Bell, Dragon Dance, and Earthquake. And we caught it in one. Amazing. So it's actually a decent Pokemon, to be fair. And like I said, it has very high stats, and I can quickly check that on the Bulbapedia as well. Battling with you, I can't find the right groove at all. Oh man. Now we just need to get that Pokemon purified. Oh, how dare you! I say, how dare you! That Shadow Dragonite was Sniper's very last Pokemon. There's only one thing to do now. Let's go! Escape! Wow, even his afro couldn't fit in there. Huh? Boss? Wait for us! Elevators out, boys. You're gonna have to run. That's pretty funny. Huh? What is this? In my perfectly coiffed afro do, I found this little device. Nothing appears on the mirror radar anymore. It appears to have broken. Ah, that's cool. He broke it. So we can't track him anymore. That's cool. Attention to detail. Okay. Game data. Just to confirm if it is a pseudo-legendary. Because, I'm pretty sure it is. Or at least it's like one of a kind. This way? Oh, not quite. Gonna have to do it again. Yeah, so it has a start total of 600. And highest is attack of 134, so very good. I think it's slightly stronger than Salamence in terms of its stats, because I think Salamence has like a little bit more special attack, like 110, maybe? Something like that. Maybe not as high defenses. Because, as follows. Dragonite's stats go like this. Health is 91, attack is 134, defense is 95, special attack 100, special defense 100, and speed is 80. So I think it's slower than Salamence, because I think Salamence might be faster. But yeah, regardless, it's a pseudo-legendary because it's got 600 total stats. And also it's a final stage evolution Pokemon, so yeah. Alright. Where are we gonna put you? just seeing if there's one that's like really good tempo or something. But I guess that'll work for now. And I probably won't be able to purify it, but I could try. But I think as long as you catch all of the shadow Pokemon, it counts towards the like secret cutscene at the very end, and it only shows up if you catch all the shadow Pokemon, and we've caught all of them as well. I think it doesn't matter if you don't purify them. But yeah, I think we go to Kaminko now, because the device didn't work on Wobbuffet. So we need to go tell him about the failure. That Wobbuffet is like, nope. Wobbuffet said nope. But that's awesome, we've catched every single shadow Pokemon of Pokémon XD Gale of Darkness. And then soon, we'll be able to purify all of them. Okay, what's that you say? There is a shadow Pokemon translator that is not affected by a voice case and won't display a quiz. It seems unlikely, but it may be defective. There is but one other way for detaching that translator. Speak to it with a Pokemon's voice. If it opens its heart to you, the translator should detach immediately. But that hardly seems possible. This is vexing. A Pokemon's voice. Okay. I don't really know what that's supposed to mean. But sure, I guess? Don't really know what to say about that. Anyways, let's give it another try. See if we can fix it. Neither Wobbuffet nor my old man will say anything, so the house has been ghostly quiet of late. I feel terrible for the both of them. They seem so sad. Oh, could such a thing be true? Dad. Wobbuffet? Wobbuffet! Oh, Wobbuffet. Thanks, kid. Yay. Alright. We saved all of the Pokemon. Well, I guess we can go tell Kaminko the good news, but yeah, I think in terms of like the post-game stuff, that's everything now. Well, I think, you know, in terms of this like little story thing. There's technically the ORRE COLOSSEUM that we can still do, but no. No, I do not want more pain and suffering, thank you. Although, there is actually other stuff I would like to do. Because I said it before, like the battle CDs, I really want to do them because they are so fun. They're really, really fun. And there's also the battle bingo. I've never done the battle bingo, so that's definitely something I want to do for next time. Yep, all 13 Pokemon translators. The last one was supposedly defected and defied removal. How on earth was that detached? Oh my goodness. There was a human being that could detach that blasted machine using that method? That machine is an abject failure that I had invented in my naive youth. Back then, I felt that there was nothing that I could not achieve. However, I was mistaken, thinking that forcibly translating the cries of Pokemon will let us understand what lies in the hearts of Pokemon. It was arrogant of me. Worse, there was no need for it. There are people who can communicate with Pokemon on a heart-to-heart basis. But all that is in the past. Something that is best forgotten. After all, to this day, I remain the authority on inventing. Now, if you'll excuse me, for I am quite busy, I must get on with my latest inventions. Okay. Alright, so I think that is everything with the Pokemon Translator stuff. Yeah, I guess we can just do that then. So we're gonna go to Gattian Port so that we can go to City Dark Isle. Just to do the final fight thing. Do I need to heal my team? Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna change it up a little bit as well. But yeah, so Greevil is not too difficult to fight. Again, I think he's like level 50, same as the Shadow Pokemon. Because the idea is that, you know, if you want to go back to catch the Shadow Pokemon that are level 50, then it won't make the fight too difficult. But we're mainly doing this just to get like the final cutscene thing. It should show up. Okay, so I'm going to make this cut here, so to let you guys know, you definitely need to purify all 83 Shadow Pokemon, so of course you need to catch them all as well. So just make sure to do that before you do this final fight with Greevil, otherwise you're not going to get the cutscene, and I have actually tested it out. So definitely purify all the Pokemon first. As you can see right here, that is what I'm doing with Dragonite. So yeah, got it all purified, and now that Dragonite is purified, we are ready to take down Greevil. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a moment where we'll go ahead and fight him. So yeah, let's fight Greevil again, now that we caught all the Shadow Pokemon. So you can beat him. Alright, Manectric and Swallow. Not Sadio. Swallow, the evolution. Alright, so straight away I'm going to use Fake Out and Swallow. Oh. Protect. I got an idea. Okay, so if we look at Grandmaster Greevil, so he has a Manectric level 50, it knows the ability Lightning Rod, and it knows the moves Thunderbolt, Crunch, Quick Attack, and Iron Tail. Oh. And then Swallow is a level 50 Pokemon, it knows the ability Guts, so if it's inflicted with the status element, it will have its attack increased. It'll deal more damage with its physical attacks. And it knows the moves Aerial Ace, Facade, Steel Wing, and Mud Slap, so pretty good moves. That's fine. Next is Starmie. And this Starmie knows the ability Illuminate, so we don't have to worry about Natural Cure. And it knows the moves Psychic, Thunderbolt, Ice Beam, and Swift. Interesting moveset. I don't know if Persian is faster, so I'm just gonna hope for the best. Ah, good, okay. Yeah, we are higher level as well, to be fair, so yeah. So far so good. Gramble. Gramble is a normal type, it has the ability Intimidate, and it knows the moves Earthquake, Shadow Ball, Brick Break, and Double Edge. So I think Persian is kind of useless with the taunt, oh well. Alright. Let's go for Breeding. And also when we get to like the credits and stuff, I'm just gonna cut to when the final cutscene shows up. Just to save time. Oh, I should have used match pen. Oh. Oh. Wow, no wonder Greevil lost the first time round. I thought Breloom was screwed. Next, Altaria. So Altaria is a Dragon Flying type, it knows the ability Natural Cure, and it knows the moves Dragon Breath, Earthquake, Aerial Ace and Steel Wing. Interesting moveset. And I think as well, the Pokemon, they kind of mimic the Pokemon that he had before, they're kind of similar, so that's why he's got a lot of flying types. Because, you know, he had the legendary birds. So Aerodactyl is a rock flying type, it has the ability Rockhead, and it knows the moves Earthquake, Ancient Power, Aerial Ace, and Double Edge. Do you know what? Yes! It went first because of the quick call. Go boom, bye bye. Sorry, Breloom. You have to be sacrificed. Oh, nice! Look it out. Yeah, self-destruct is so OP with Snorlax because you get the stab. So I think it's like an extra 50 damage because self-destruct is like 150 damage, I think. But yeah, we took out Greevil. That was so funny. Just wipe all the Pokemon out. Wah! So that is pretty much the fight with Greevil, and we're going to be seeing the cutscene for the end of the game, and it's to basically signify the completion of the base game, I guess you could say. So now that all the Shadow Pokemon are done, we don't have to catch anymore. It's crazy. And also keep in mind, even after this cutscene, we still keep hold of the snag machine. Like, we still have it on our main character, which I think is a pretty cool detail, just that we do actually get to keep it on because it's iconic. And yeah, that's going to be the end for this video and for the main post-game content. However, what we are going to be doing is the battle CDs. We're going to be finding all of them, as well as doing the battle CDs. I'm going to see if I can try and do them all. I don't think I'll be able to do them in one video because there is a lot to go through, but I'd like to try. So yeah, that's pretty much the plan for next time, and also at some point we'll be doing the battle bingo, or at least that's the plan. I would like to try and take down the battle bingo stuff because I've never done it before, and I'm curious to see if I can, find some guides, follow them, and see if they help me out with, good strategies that'll work for them, because yeah, I haven't really gotten that far with the battle bingo. So yeah, I'm very excited to see what it's like when I get through the battle bingo more. But of course, the focus is going to be battle CDs in the next video. So yeah, I'll show you guys the cutscene right here at the end, and I'll see you guys in the next video for some more bonus content with the battle CDs in Pokémon XD Gale of Darkness. So I'll see you guys then.